Chosen one, you did not come across this message by chance. Heaven orchestrated this moment right now, in this very second. There is a divine interruption taking place in your life, and you must understand what is occurring, because everything is about to shift. Not gradually, not eventually, but suddenly in one night, in one orchestrated moment that heaven has been preparing for longer than you realize. I need you to hear me clearly. This is not for everyone who is listening. This is for the truly chosen few who have been walking through something that made no sense, carrying a weight that others could not see, pressing through a season so long and so dark that you have questioned everything. You have questioned your faith. You have questioned your worth. You have wondered if God forgot your address. He did not forget. You were being prepared. There is something shifting in the invisible realm right now, and it is going to manifest in your visible reality faster than you can imagine. But I need you to understand the difference between those who experience breakthrough and those who miss it entirely. It is not about how long you have prayed. It is not about how hard you have worked. It is about recognizing the moment when heaven moves and having the courage to step into what has already been prepared for you. Some of you are feeling it right now, that stirring in your spirit, that unexplainable knowing that something is different. You woke up this morning and the air felt changed. You have been catching yourself thinking about dreams you buried years ago. You have been sensing possibilities where you only saw walls before. That is not wishful thinking. That is prophetic preparation. Your spirit is picking up on what heaven is releasing, and your soul is trying to catch up. I have been where you are. I have sat in the waiting room of divine timing, watching others get called while my name seemed permanently skipped. I have checked my bank account with that familiar sinking feeling, wondering how long I could keep juggling what was not enough. I have smiled through celebrations while grieving private losses that nobody knew about. I have prayed prayers that seemed to bounce off the ceiling and come back empty. I know what it feels like to wonder if your season will ever change. But here is what I learned in that place, and here is what you need to understand right now. Every single moment of that struggle, every tear you cried in secret, every bill you did not know how you would pay, every door that slammed in your face, every relationship that crumbled, every dream that seemed to die, all of it was soil. You were not being punished. You were being planted, and chosen ones do not just grow. They bloom with such sudden, undeniable force that everyone who watched you struggle will stand in stunned silence at your emergence. Heaven does not operate on our timeline. It operates on Kairos time. Chronos is the clock on your wall. Kairos is the appointed moment when everything collides at once. You have been living in Chronos, counting days and months and years, feeling like you are running out of time. But heaven has been operating in Kairos, arranging pieces you could not see, moving people you have never met, preparing provision you did not know existed, all for one orchestrated intersection, and that intersection is here. Let me tell you what is happening right now in the spiritual realm. There is a decree that has been released over your life. It is not something you earned. It is not something you can manipulate or manifest through positive thinking. This is divine interruption. This is heaven saying the waiting is over. The testing has produced exactly what I needed. Now watch what I do. You are about to experience transformation in layers. Not just one area improving, not just a little relief. We are talking about complete systemic shift, spiritual awakening that restores the strength you thought you had lost forever. Emotional healing that lifts weariness you have carried so long you forgot what lightness feels like. Financial multiplication that does not just meet your needs, but repositions you from scarcity to abundance, from barely making it to having provision that allows you to be generous and have an outward presence. A clarity, a favor so undeniable that the people who doubted you will go silent. Not because you are showing off, but because there is an anointing on your life now that is impossible to argue with. But here is what you need to understand about how this unfolds. The breakthrough does not start in your circumstances. It starts in your spirit right now. Before you see $1 multiply, before you see one relationship restored, before you see one door open in the natural, something has to take root in you first. You have to shift from begging to receiving, from striving to resting, from explaining yourself to knowing who you are. See, most people miss their moment because they are still operating from a place of lack. They are still proving, still defending, still anxious. but chosen ones move differently. When heaven says it is time, there is a settling that happens inside you first. It is not arrogance, it is assurance. It is not pride, it is identity. You stop looking for validation from people who were never assigned to affirm you. You stop explaining your vision to minds that are not equipped to understand it. You start guarding what heaven whispered to you in the dark, protecting it in quiet obedience until it is time for it to be revealed. Some of you have already started doing this without even realizing it. You have been pulling back from certain conversations. You have been feeling less need to post everything, prove everything, announce everything. You have been spending more time alone with God and less time seeking comfort from people who cannot help you anyway. That was not isolation. That was incubation. You have been in the cocoon, and the transformation that has been happening in private is about to manifest in public. I need to address something right now because the enemy has been whispering lies, and you need to recognize his voice so you can silence it. He has been telling you that you missed your chance, that you are too old, too late, too broken, too far behind. He has been replaying your failures like a highlight reel, reminding you of every mistake, every missed opportunity, every bad decision. He has been pointing to your age and saying, people your age do not start over. People your age do not experience breakthrough. Your best years are behind you. That is a lie from hell. Let me tell you what the enemy knows that he does not want you to figure out. He knows that when someone in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s experiences sudden divine acceleration, they do not waste it. They do not squander it. They do not take it for granted. They have lived long enough to recognize a miracle when they see one. They have been humbled enough to stay grateful. They have seen enough of life to know that what God is doing now was not possible through their own effort. And that combination of wisdom, humility, and gratitude makes them dangerous, makes them unstoppable, makes them carriers of a testimony so powerful that it shifts atmospheres everywhere they go. You are that person. The enemy has fought you so hard because he saw what heaven was preparing you for. Every attack, every setback, every heartbreak, he thought he was destroying you. But heaven was using all of it to develop in you an unshakable foundation. You do not fold under pressure anymore. You do not panic when things look impossible. You have been through too much to be moved by temporary circumstances. That is not damage. That is weaponized experience. That is the exact character required to carry what is coming. And what is coming is not small. Heaven does not prepare you this intensely for a minor upgrade. You have not been through fire to get a lukewarm promise. What is about to manifest in your life is generational. It is not just going to change your story. It is going to change your family's story. Your children and grandchildren are going to walk in a freedom you had to fight for. They are going to inherit a blessing you had to birth through travail. But it had to be you. It had to be someone willing to endure what you have endured. Press through what you have pressed through. Hold on when everyone else would have let go. Now, let me tell you what to watch for, because the shift has already started and you need to recognize the signs. First, you are going to notice a supernatural clarity. Things that confused you for years are suddenly going to make sense. You are going to see why certain doors closed. You are going to understand why certain people left. You are going to have moments where you look back at your story and see the fingerprints of God on every page, even the painful ones. Second, watch for unexpected connections. People you have never met are going to appear in your life with resources, opportunities, wisdom, and open doors that you did not seek out. These are not coincidences. Heaven has been arranging these relationships for this exact season. Some of them will feel like divine appointments. Others will feel like strange surprises. Do not dismiss them. God is moving pieces into place. Third, watch for multiplication. It might start small. An unexpected check, a debt forgiven, a bill that is less than you thought, but that is not the end. That is the beginning. Heaven is teaching you how to steward increase, because what is coming requires you to understand that you are not managing resources anymore. You are stewarding blessing that is meant to flow through you to others. When God multiplies what is in your hand, it is never just for your comfort, it is for your assignment. Fourth, watch for favor that does not make sense. You are going to walk into rooms where you should not have access. You are going to have conversations with people who do not normally give their time. You are going to receive opportunities that bypass the normal process, and people are going to wonder, how did they get there? The answer is simple. You did not climb. You were lifted. There is a difference between building a platform and being placed on one. You have spent years building in obscurity. Now heaven is placing you where you need to be. And fifth, watch for supernatural peace. Not the absence of challenge, but the presence of God in the middle of it. You are going to face situations that used to trigger anxiety, and you will notice you are not shaking. You are going to hear news that used to devastate you, and you will feel a calm that surpasses understanding. That peace is not passivity. That peace is power. It is the evidence that you have transitioned from surviving to thriving, from reacting to responding, from being moved by circumstances to being anchored in identity. But I need to warn you about something because this part is critical. When the breakthrough starts manifesting, your character will be tested in a new way. It is easy to stay humble when you are desperate. It is harder to stay humble when you are favored. It is easy to be generous when you have nothing. It is harder to be generous when you have abundance. It is easy to pray when you are in trouble. It is harder to stay close to God when things are going well. The people who sustained the blessing are the ones who remember the process, who remember what it felt like to have nothing, who remember the prayers they prayed on their knees when they did not think they could take another step, who remember the faithfulness of God in the wilderness so they do not lose Him in the promised land. Stay rooted, stay grateful, stay generous. The moment you start thinking you earned this, you will lose the anointing that attracted it. Let me tell you something else about this season. You are not just receiving a personal breakthrough. You are being commissioned. You are being positioned. The blessing coming to your life is not the destination, it is the platform. God is not restoring you so you can retire into comfort. He is restoring you so you can become a signpost for others who are still in the dark. Your testimony is about to become a weapon. Your story is about to become a roadmap. People who are walking the path you just walked are going to need to see that it is possible to come out on the other side. You are not just blessed, you are chosen to bless others. Think about what that means. Heaven looked at your life and said, this one has been refined enough to carry my glory without stealing it. This one has been humbled enough to lift others without lording over them. This one has been broken enough to know that healing comes from me, not from man. I can trust this one with increase because they remember what it was like to have nothing. That is who you are. Not because you are perfect, because you are prepared. Now I want to talk about the concept of one night. Because this is where people get confused. When we say your life is going to change in one night, we are not talking about magic. We are talking about the moment when everything heaven has been working on in secret suddenly becomes visible. You know how a seed stays underground for a long time, and then one morning you walk outside and there is a shoot breaking through the soil. It did not happen that morning. It was happening the whole time underground, but the visible emergence happens fast. That is what is about to happen in your life. All the prayers you prayed, all the tears you cried, all the character you developed, all the humility you learned, all the faith you built in the dark, it has been growing roots underground. And now, in what will feel like one orchestrated moment, everything is going to break through the surface at once. People are going to say, wow, you changed overnight, but you will know the truth. You did not change overnight. You changed over years of faithfulness that nobody saw. The overnight part is just when everyone else finally notices. Here is what I need you to do right now. I need you to prepare your heart to receive, not with striving, not with anxiety, not with trying to figure out how it is all going to happen. You prepare your heart to receive by letting go of control, by surrendering your timeline, by trusting that heaven knows what it is doing, even when you do not understand the process. Stop trying to force doors open that God is keeping closed for your protection. Stop chasing people who are supposed to walk away. Stop clinging to old seasons that have already served their purpose. The reason you have felt tension lately is because you are trying to hold on to what God is telling you to release. Let go. Open your hands. What is meant for you will find you. What is assigned to you will not pass you by. But you cannot grab the new while you are gripping the old, and I need you to start speaking differently. Your words have power, and chosen ones do not get the luxury of careless speech. Stop saying I am broke. Say I am in transition. Stop saying nothing ever works out for me. Say I'm learning to recognize divine timing. Stop saying I am too old for this. Say, I am finally ready for this. The way you speak about yourself right now is setting the tone for what you will walk into next. Shift your language. Shift your reality. There is something else I want you to understand about this season. The shift that is coming is going to silence voices that have spoken against you. I am not talking about you defending yourself. I am not talking about you proving people wrong. I am talking about the undeniable evidence of God's hand on your life becoming so obvious that critics will not have words. They will not have arguments. They will just have stunned silence. You have been misjudged. You have been underestimated. You have been counted out. People have written you off, dismissed your dreams, mocked your faith. They looked at your age and decided you were past your prime. They looked at your bank account and decided you would never amount to much. They looked at your setbacks and decided you were cursed. But they were looking at the caterpillar and they had no idea a butterfly was forming. When heaven vindicates, it does not whisper, it declares, and the same people who doubted you are going to watch in disbelief as doors open for you that stayed closed for them. As opportunities come to you that they have been chasing for years, as provision shows up for you in ways they cannot explain. And they are going to realize they were not looking at a victim. They were looking at a chosen vessel and they missed it. But here is what you are going to do when that moment comes. You are not going to gloat. You are not going to post about it. You are not going to say, I told you so. You are going to extend the same grace that God extended to you. You are going to walk in humility. You are going to let your life speak for itself because chosen ones do not need to announce their arrival. Their presence announces itself. Let me address those of you who are feeling the weight of time. You are in your 50s, your 60s, maybe older, and you are thinking, this sounds beautiful, but I have been waiting so long. How much time do I even have left to enjoy this blessing? Listen to me carefully. The best years of your life are not behind you. They are ahead of you. What God is about to do in this season is going to be so rich, so full, so meaningful that it will eclipse everything that came before it. Moses was 80 when he stepped into his assignment. Abraham was 75 when God called him. Sarah was 90 when she gave birth to the promise. Your age is not a disqualification. It is your credential. You have wisdom that only comes from living. You have perspective that only comes from surviving. You have faith that only comes from seeing God show up when everything else failed. Heaven has not forgotten you. Heaven has been preparing you. And let me say this to those of you battling health issues, physical limitations, energy that is not what it used to be. The transformation coming to your life includes restoration in your body. I am not saying you will never age. I am saying you are going to experience renewed strength for what God is calling you to do. The Bible says He renews your youth like the eagles. That is not metaphor, that is promise. You are going to feel life flowing back into places that felt dead. You are going to wake up with energy you have not had in years, because when heaven commissions you, heaven equips you, and part of that equipping is physical vitality for the assignment. Now, let us talk about the financial aspect, because this is where a lot of people struggle to believe. You have been in scarcity so long that abundance sounds like a fairy tale. You have juggled bills, stretched dollars, gone without. You have watched others prosper while you barely survived, and you are thinking, how could my financial situation possibly shift overnight? Here is what you need to understand. God is not going to give you a little more so you can struggle a little less. He is about to shift you from barely enough to more than enough, from scarcity to overflow, from borrowing to lending, from worrying about provision to becoming provision for others. This is not about greed. This is about positioning. There are assignments in your future that require resources. There are people you are going to help who need you to have margin. There are projects heaven wants to birth through you that need funding. Your financial increase is not about comfort. It is about capacity for kingdom work. But here is the key. It starts with faithfulness in small things. It starts with stewarding what you have now with integrity. It starts with being generous even when you have little. Because God does not entrust more to people who hoard what they already have. He entrusts more to people who understand that everything flows. What comes to you is meant to flow through you. When you start living like that, operating like that, giving like that, heaven opens financial floodgates that do not make logical sense. Some of you are going to receive unexpected inheritances, money from sources you did not anticipate. Some of you are going to see business ideas suddenly take off that have been dormant for years. Some of you are going to receive offers, partnerships, opportunities that bypass years of climbing. And some of you are going to experience supernatural multiplication, where what you have in your hand just stretches further than it should. Oil and flour that does not run out. That is not Bible history. That is present-day reality for chosen ones. I need you to hear this. The breakthrough that is coming is already in motion. It is not something you are waiting for in the future. It started the moment you clicked on this message. It started the moment your spirit recognized truth. It started the moment you decided to believe that maybe, just maybe, your season is actually changing. Faith is not hoping something will happen. Faith is knowing something is happening right now, even when you do not see it yet. So what do you do while you wait for the visible manifestation? You guard your heart. You protect your peace. You stay in worship. You keep speaking life. You walk in obedience even when it does not make sense. You maintain your integrity even when nobody is watching. You extend kindness even when you are hurting. You stay faithful even when you are tired. Because the ones who receive the fullness of the blessing are the ones who finish strong, not just start strong. And you watch for the signs I told you about, the clarity, the connections, the multiplication, the favor, the peace. They are not all going to show up at once. They are going to unfold progressively, but each one is confirmation that you are moving from one dimension of blessing into another. Each one is evidence that what heaven whispered in the secret place is manifesting in the public square. I want you to imagine something with me right now. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. Imagine standing in a reality so different from where you are today that you can barely recognize your life. Imagine looking at your bank account and not feeling anxiety. Imagine waking up with purpose that excites you instead of dread that drains you. Imagine relationships around you that add to you instead of subtract from you. Imagine walking with a confidence that comes from knowing who you are and whose you are. Imagine looking back at this moment and realizing this was the turning point. This was the divine interruption. This was the one night that changed everything. That is not fantasy. That is prophecy. The evidence is coming. Not because you deserve it, not because you earned it, but because heaven decided, because you were chosen, because your time is now, and nothing in hell or on earth can stop what God has already set in motion. So lift your head, square your shoulders, take a deep breath. You have been bent low long enough. You have been carrying weight long enough. You have been fighting in the dark long enough. The shift is here. The season has turned. And everything that tried to destroy you is about to become the testimony that establishes you. Stand tall, chosen one. Your bloom is breaking through the soil, and the world is about to see what heaven has been growing in you.